Walking through the streets of Arles in southern France feels like stepping back in time to when Vincent van Gogh lived and painted here. Many of the scenes he captured still remain, and the city has placed plaques at the exact spots where he set up his easel, inviting visitors to see the world as he once did. In this video, we'll explore the real locations behind 7 of Van Gogh's works, from the Yellow House to the Rhône River, the Quiet Night Cafe, and finally, the peaceful courtyard of the hospital that once sheltered him. In 1888, Van Gogh moved from Paris to Arles, searching for inspiration in nature and hoping to build a studio of the South with fellow artists. He briefly lived here with Gauguin in a small yellow house that became the starting point for many of his ideas. Though the house no longer exists, the surrounding streets still echo the scenes he captured on canvas. The Rhône River is one of Arles' most iconic landmarks and a place Van Gogh often wandered. In Starry Night over the Rhône, he uses striking contrasts of gold and deep blue to capture the shimmering sky and reflections on the water. A couple strolling along the riverbank adds a gentle, romantic touch to this poetic night scene. Wandering through the narrow streets of central Arles brings you to an open-air cafe beside the Place du Forum, the iconic setting of Café Terrace at night. The cafe once operated under Van Gogh's name but closed in 2023. When I visited, the quiet tables and sparse passers-by gave the place a faint sense of melancholy. After cutting off his ear in late 1888, Van Gogh was admitted to a hospital in central Arles. During his recovery, he continued to paint the scenes around him. Today, stepping into the hospital feels like entering the world of courtyard of the hospital in Arles. The garden, the pond, and the yellow walls of the corridor remain beautifully preserved, radiating a quiet, healing calm. While Starry Night over the Rhône captures the river's quiet nighttime beauty, the Trinquetaille Bridge presents a bright daytime scene along the Rhône, showcasing the bridge that links both banks. When I visited, I was struck by how closely the view matched Van Gogh's painting, perhaps even quieter now, with fewer people than he depicted over a century ago. Beyond his walks along the river, Van Gogh often wandered through the parks of Arles. Entrance to the public garden in Arles was painted at the gateway of the Summer Garden, which today looks almost unchanged. Van Gogh depicted the scene from a third-person perspective, and the man in the hat is actually himself. I've always loved this piece. His little self-portrait feels incredibly charming. Long before Arles became known as the City of Van Gogh, it was famous for its Roman ruins, most notably this well-preserved amphitheater, still in use today. Van Gogh once watched a performance here and captured the energy of the moment in the arena at Arles. Although I didn't witness an event during my visit, the lively bullfighting scene in his painting still conveys the excitement and spectacle he must have experienced. After exploring these 7 works, we gain a deeper sense of Van Gogh's time and inspiration in Arles. While working on this project, we often wondered what it would feel like to bring these masterpieces into everyday life. So we collaborated with experienced painters who recreate these classics entirely by hand, stroke by stroke, preserving the original textures, colors, and emotional depth of Van Gogh's work. If you'd like to bring a touch of art into your home, we also offer these handmade reproductions. Feel free to message us anytime. We'd be happy to share more details.
First, select the painting you love. Then choose the size that fits your space. Next, pick the frame that matches your style. And finally, add it to your cart and check out